Hey, SW. All right, let's see if that works. Give it a second. Very interesting. Sorry, guys. There's like... There we go. Okay, looks like that's going to work. Perfect. All right, I don't know if y'all remember last week where I was having issues because YouTube's not perfect, guys, in case anyone was wondering. All right, but we are getting this going. Oh, I can turn on all of these now. All right, so Arcus? Oh, okay. Hey, Joseph. We're up over on Twitch too. See me, BMC, 40. Yeah, guys, I'm just here. I'm just getting all this stuff running. Ruger, hello. Okay, let me hit that button. That's not what I wanted to pull up. Rude. That's what I wanted to pull up. About ready to get started on TikTok. There we go. Hey, Mr. Ilon. Lion? Mr. Lion. Sorry, I just read that correctly now. All right, there we go. And pop. You know, Bateman, so with that actually, that does make me laugh, because it's so funny. The number of people that are like, we need an American citizen, we need an American to do the halftime show. And this goes right into my video that I posted, what, like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago now? 2 weeks ago now? There were people didn't realize that Puerto Rico citizens are Americans. It does crack me up every time. Yeah, exactly. And I think y'all deserve representation. You ain't got it anywhere else. Why not have it at the halftime show? You know what I mean? Oh, thanks, Joe. I appreciate that. They won't give you representation anywhere else. Hey, Reese's, send your heart me. You did. Hey, Chris. What mod? There's multiple mods over there, Beetle. Hey, Cats. Yeah, I have to, you know, be supportive and stuff. I personally don't care much about this thing right here, but you know, c'est la vie. It's what you engage with that when you're in a relationship, right? Something like that. Something like that. There we go. That's better. Guys, I should have time, I hope, today to rearrange my setup. So this is going to look different. As soon as I saw people saying he should get deported, I was like, it ain't even worth arguing with. Yeah, I know. Oh, Pierre, why don't you call in like, I don't know, 5 minutes and educate me? Oh, I don't even know how the Ravens are doing. So, I know how this team is doing. They've had a lot of injuries. So, they could be doing better. They were doing really great. And then everybody got injured and injured and injured. It's depressing. Oh, go Seahawks? Is that what you want? Is that what you want, Chris? Woohoo! All right. Hey, Melanie. Yeah. Okay, I did it. Woohoo! Lala, there you are. 18 starters? Right, Chan? That's very true. Like, let's see. Let's put this up because this is a true statement. You're right. They also weren't bent out of shape when Rihanna was there or Shakira. Like, all of these foreign nationals and foreign singers doing the things, and everybody's like bent out of shape over one thing. Also, guys, if you haven't sent your heart me, send it. Oh, that account Lala is a waste of time because they're a bot and I know it. Lay your happy butt down, Summer. Get up there and lay down. Favorite baseball team has lost game 5 yesterday. Okay. If Trump wasn't prez, identified PU would be broke. Okay, whoever that is, that sucks for them, I guess. I don't know who that is. But if they would be broke, I guess that really sucks for them. Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah, somebody will watch them. All right? Somebody will. Unfortunately, somebody will indeed watch that. But how about this? There was another shooting yesterday. Actually, there were 2 shootings across the country yesterday. Or is that this morning? Let me check. Let's see. All right, so it was in South Carolina, St. Helena. Copy. Let's pop this open. And then there was also another one in Mississippi Saturday morning. Let's see. So it was 9:30 this morning. Oh no, it did occurred early Sunday morning. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so 2 shootings this weekend. That's awesome. It's not at all. I hate this. I wish that didn't happen, but people gonna do dumb stuff. Everybody. Oh, I agree with that one, Ryu. Hey, Walosi. Oh, okay. I'm sure that there were, Ben. These are the 2 that I know about. And these were the 2 mass shootings that I know about where people died. Yeah, it's getting way too commonplace. Shootings are way too common anymore. And that's why I said it's very sad. It is depressing. It's not okay in a lot of different ways for many different reasons. Wow. Say wow? I did. Okay. Oh goodness. Oh gosh. Okay, Catalyst, whatever you say. Awesome. Happy early birthday to you too, Kat. I don't know who that is, Packus. Guess somebody would have to educate me on that one. Well, for everybody coming in over on the tube side, the phone lines are open. And you're welcome to call. Let's go ahead and do it. Hey, Natty. That's a weird comment, and I don't know how to take that. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 26 years old.
26. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am supporting Trump.
Okay. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
I'm sorry, can you please repeat that?
What has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Well, I don't, I mean, so far I like Trump's policies. I mean, he recently did a peace deal with the Palestine and Israel.
Yeah, and I hope that holds
Yeah.
up. I really do. Okay, so you're not questioning your support in any way, shape, or form. Let's try this one. Can you tell me three lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office?
Three lies. Yeah.
Yeah.
The I would say that he's not perfect, but the one thing that I definitely don't like is the push for the immigration. I think certain people do need to leave, like the criminals and, all these people that have committed crimes. But seeing the innocent children and, the innocent people who've been here for a while, even though they don't have the immigration papers, I still think that we should try to work with them.
Oh, okay.
So I think
So
that was one of the lies that
where he
he
said he was
told that he
only
was
going
gonna,
to, do you mean like he was only going to deport criminals? Is that what you meant?
yeah.
Oh, okay. What other lies can you think of?
I guess the other lie that I would say is that it does look like he's probably gonna run a third term, even though it's not legally, you know, possible under the Constitution.
Well, that wouldn't be a lie because he keeps saying Trump 2028. He's selling Trump 2028 merchandise. He even showed off that Trump 2028 merchandise to the Democrats in the Senate when they went to go meet with him in the White House prior to the shutdown. So, and he even
Yeah,
shows it to
well,
world leaders.
yeah, I mean, at times we,
So that's not a
it
lie.
just,
That's just him expressing his
yeah.
wants.
Well, at times, it just looked like he was maybe trolling or, you know, but that's, I guess, one. Another one is perhaps it looks like the one thing I don't like, of course, is these continuous war. I think he said that he was gonna end the war in Ukraine. I think that was a failure. I think he should have continued to support Ukraine fully in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning. Yeah, I think it would have ended the war probably much quicker because recently he did sort of pledge support to the NATO so that NATO can sell their weapons to the Ukraine, which I think recently has been having a huge impact in you know, Ukraine's fight against Russia.
Yeah, and he keeps backpedaling on who he's actually supporting. I'm sure now that Putin has said that Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize, that it's going to be F Ukraine again and yay Putin.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
think
because he
so
keeps
too.
changing his tune on those two.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that not sure exactly what's going on in his mind because it is sort of like one day he says, he's gonna, go against Putin, and then Putin flatters him, and then he
Mm-hmm.
goes back, and I'm not sure if they have something on him. Hopefully they don't, but it just doesn't make sense.
All right. Well, man, I appreciate your time. It sounds like you're at least aware of things that are going on, so that's good.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Thanks.
Thank you. All right. Well, the phone lines are opened up for someone else that wants to call in. I will say that a lot of those weren't necessarily lies, more just things that we interpreted differently. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes,
How old are you?
I I am 36.
Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I actually don't watch the news. I was just wanting to hear your views on what kind of things he's done that you really appreciate that I should know. I just don't watch the news, and I'm kind of trying to get up to date.
Oh, okay. Well, you can just listen from the comments.
What is your favorite thing that he's?
Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah, so what are we talking about? This is a funky situation, a funny situation.
Okay.
I
How
would
old
like
are
to.
you?
I am 24.
Uh-huh. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, you could say yeah, because he's doing something
Could
positive to
say
the
yeah.
United States.
Okay. Sorry, if you're not sure in your support, I am just going to move on. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes, hello?
Hi, how old are you?
Oh, 24. What's your problem with
Mm. Anyways, guys, over on TikTok, can we go ahead and get out all these heart me's? We just need 10, and there's 216 people watching over on TikTok. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there? Hello.
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 20.
20, and are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Absolutely not.
All right, man. Well, have a good Sunday, dude. Well, we are just looking for Trump supporters. That'd be cool. That's true, John. He didn't, and he's quite upset about that. The White House issued a whole statement about it. And hello, James, by the way. And hey, dudes. Oh, your birthday's in September or November? That's awesome. All right.
You're awesome.
I don't actually support any team. This is my boyfriend's team, so I wear it. But thank you for the $4.99, Gregory. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there? Hello. Hey, Dolphin. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 28.
28. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, I would say so. Generally, I'd say I generally support the president of my country. I want him to do well.
Okay. So, what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Like questioning in terms of like what he's doing bad.
No, just what things you're not sure of.
Um, I'd say the ICE raids and then sending the National Guard in. I could see that being like a slippery slope because obviously, um, equal force equals turns into an opposite reaction. So maybe even though Republican is doing it now, a couple years later, um, it could be reflected on them. So I could see that being a slippery slope.
Okay. And can you tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office?
3 lies.
Yes.
Um, let's see. Are we talking this term or last term?
Since he was inaugurated into office 2025.
Um, 3 lies. That's kind of maybe the let's see. The groceries. I mean, he said the oil price per barrel is going to reach $2. That hasn't happened yet, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. Obviously, a lot of the things he said he would end the Ukraine. Oh yeah, another thing he said he would end the Ukraine war before he reached in day one. I think that was another one. Then the third one, I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure he said something about the tariffs. That wouldn't affect the economy, but that's TBD. It hasn't fully reached like the supply chains yet.
Yeah.
So I'd say those 3 are on the top of my head. Sorry, it's kind of hard to think like right off the cuff.
Yeah, no worries. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a first time viewer, so I just saw it on YouTube Live, so I saw a number, so I just decided to call ahead,
Yeah, no
see what
problem,
it
man.
was kind of about.
But you're not really you just support the president no matter who's in office, right?
Yeah, I mean, so for like context, I was born in Korea and then I became a naturalized citizen. So like
Awesome.
I want to see like the country do well. Like I'm even though I wasn't a Biden supporter generally either, I still wanted to see Biden do well. Naturally.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, you can. So I'm going to give you something that I tell a lot of people here. You can support the United States of America and you can support the office of president without supporting the person that sits in that office.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like I want to see the
Yeah.
United States do well. I also want to see us succeed. However, in no way, shape, or form can I support Donald Trump. So there's that.
Like no. So like you say, no shape or form. Is there a
Yeah.
particular reason why?
Why? There are
Like
so many reasons.
can you do anything to change your mind?
He can do stuff that I can say, hey, you're doing good at, like the Israel Gaza ceasefire. That's a great thing. But nothing's going to say I unequivocally support him. He's done too much harm.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, this was a cool experience, but I really didn't think you would have taken the call, but this was a cool experience.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. All right. Well, if someone that is stauncher in their support, also TikTok, 205 people. There's not 2 more heart me's from people. And hey, Jody. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well. How old are you?
I am turning 35 at the end of the month.
Awesome. Happy early birthday.
Thank you. I think we actually have the same birthday.
Okay, cool. And are
Nice.
you still supporting Donald Trump?
Honestly, never have, and don't
Okay.
want to waste too much of your time, but just wanted to throw some questions out there for you to maybe even toss to some of your people calling in who need support.
Okay, you can ask or say it really quickly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. For those who look at a certain subject like business or sports, and we have those individuals that are synonymous with those subjects, something like basketball, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Why are they synonymous? If you look at their records, their statistics, you understand. Wow, I get why people recognize those names. I just would like to know why anyone who truly supports Donald Trump and why his name is synonymous with business. When you look at that rap sheet, when you look at those numbers, that statistics, other than the fact that he's been able to connect his name with the idea of wealth, where is the numbers to make you believe like, oh, this is the right businessman to lead us?
Oh,
So
they pretzel themselves on that one all the time.
oh yeah, wrapped up themselves in an enigma. But
Yeah.
yeah, just wanted just that whole thing of like, I understand he's made himself really connected with the idea of wealth, the gold-plated this and that, but for people, like genuinely, if you want your money to go to someone successful, there's 10 times other businessmen that could be a president if that was your one goal. But yeah, I don't see it. So definitely, toss
You're
that out to any of the
awesome.
maggards out there that need some help.
All right. Well, thanks, man. You have a good Sunday. Uh, and Trump I trust says California first. Okay. Good for you, Dennis. Thanks, man. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
33.
33. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
All right. And why is it, or what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Not much.
Not much? Okay. So can you tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office?
3 lies. He told his wife he was going to go take a crap in the morning. He didn't do it.
Oh.
He told his cousin one time he would.
And you were saying that in front of children. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Oh yeah, this is I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 26, just turned 26.
Awesome. Well, happy belated birthday. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I guess I would say majority. I guess I kind of am still. But I've been kind of on the fence of like, hey, why I still am, but I'm willing to kind of talk about it.
Okay, yeah. So what does have you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Well, it would say probably like I guess just the overwhelming support for Israel for like no reason,
Hmm. That's never going to go away.
Yeah, and
That's
I mean
never going
that's
to go away
kind
within
of
our entire country. Let me be clear. Like it's never going to go away in our entire country, unfortunately,
yeah,
unless
and
they attack us. And hopefully that never
yeah.
happens.
Yeah, and I doubt that. I mean, they're like pipsqueaks, they're tiny. It's a very tiny country, but I just really despise the influence they have on our country, and yeah, it's so I guess
Mhm.
that's what kind of makes me, and I like being very crucial about my own side, but
Critical, you mean?
that yeah, or
Okay.
yeah, critical. That makes sense.
All right.
But yeah, that and like the whole Epstein file saga. Yeah, I've been following that for freaking years, and he like he ran on, releasing all this stuff, and where is all that crap, and now he's like turning his back on it, like moving on. It's like, yo, you campaigned on this. Why aren't you releasing the stuff,
He didn't really campaign on releasing the Epstein files. When he was asked about it, he said that one not so much on when it came to would you consider releasing the files. So I don't really hold that one against him myself, even though I would like
Yeah.
to see the files released. So I do agree with you
Yeah.
on that one, and it should already be released.
Yeah. I'd say the reason I still probably support Trump, or at least, I mean, how do I say this? Like, at least just, I wouldn't even say like I'm more of a conservative, So I guess I fall. I mean, I've usually just, how do I say this? Like I wanted like just a Republican candidate, because I guess it just I'm more with my morals, I guess, and principles with Republicans, and that was kind of the
Mm.
only option. So
You're
um,
awesome.
the reason I still support him, I guess, still a bit is probably because of us, you know, the whole like it was a kind of like a culture issue for me, like the whole like I don't know, like the transgender stuff and this two gender weird ideology that was kind of getting into schools and spreading to kids, and it's like this is like not right. I don't think that's a good thing.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I mean, I really didn't ask you why you were still supporting him yet. I was going to get to
uh,
my next question. And that is, can you tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office?
Probably like no new wars, and like funding wars, and then like he does the whole Israel thing, the 12-day war bull crap, the bomb shut of like Iran. Um, I don't know. Could you tell me some lies? I guess.
Um, yeah, gosh, there's so much. Let's start with one of the more recent ones that we can reference, right? The government shutdown is the Democratic Party's fault.
Okay, yeah, that is like something I mean, I don't know. I heard about it in the news and stuff, and I'm like, what does this even like accomplish?
You're
I really
awesome.
don't know anything like like why. I heard like I don't know, like Chuck Schumer, all this stuff, and I'm like, who like what does this affect? How does it affect? What does the government like? Does the government shutdown like affect American people? Like what is it a government shutdown useful for? And who is it to blame?
Oh, well, it's not even about what's it useful for, who's to blame. It's the fact that, like, well, Donald Trump has been very clear about what it's useful for and what he wanted to use a government shutdown for, to fire and lay off government employees. He bragged about it on his True Social.
Well, okay, well, I mean, wouldn't like a smaller government be more effective? Like I
No.
would think.
No, our government has not grown to a size that actually accommodates our citizen growth, right? Our population growth. So that's
Really.
also untrue. Like that's why it's like no, our government needs to also grow in size to match how our citizen population has also increased, right? And it
Yeah,
hasn't done
well,
that. And so the idea of small government is a misnomer. As far as like downsizing the government employees, what do government employees have to do with the general population? They don't. They just keep the government itself running. And we need the government running in order to
of
support
course.
our 344 million population size, correct?
Well, does that include like illegal immigrants?
No,
Is
these are
that like
like even if okay.
just
So it
citizens?
might include 12 million people. So if you want to be that specific, cool, we'll take it down to 332 million. Does that make
Yeah.
you feel better to say?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, how do I
Okay.
say? I mean, like everything's still running smoothly. I mean, I didn't see like a hiccup once I guess this government shut down. Like, did infrastructure shut down or anything like, did you still get your mail in the morning? Like, did it really affect anybody, other
Oh,
than government workers?
USPS's ran independently, and sir, it most assuredly has affected people. People have been laid off. People are still going to work, for example, at the IRS, but they're not getting paid. Right now, our military members, even though Donald Trump says that he's ordering the Pentagon to find money to pay our armed forces, there's no actual guarantee that they'll get a paycheck on Wednesday, the 15th. So,
I
and
don't know.
they
I
still
mean,
have to go to work every single day without a paycheck.
I
Everybody that works, like the people that are still getting paid, are going to be Donald Trump, the vice president, all of his cabinet members, right? And then, of course, Congress is still actively getting paid, even though freaking the House Republicans haven't really been back to work except for one
okay.
day
So what if
since
so if Wednesday comes
September
by
14th.
and they still get paid, then what? Say if Wednesday comes by and they still get a paycheck, then then
Cool.
what's the deal there?
That doesn't erase the fact that they're still laying off thousands of people from the federal government on purpose. I think the
Yeah, I
Department
mean,
of Health and
I
Human Services just laid off 1,000 people. They're
personally,
also
I don't
sending
see
out
a
emails
problem
to
with
people.
that.
I understand that
I
you don't see a problem of thousands of American citizens being harmed directly by a government shutdown and being laid off or furloughed or not paid, so that they're not able to pay their rents, they're not able to pay their mortgage, they're not able to pay for their utilities. I understand that you don't care about that.
Well, I guess it's just like it's government workers. I feel like they can find other jobs. I feel like they're very
Oh,
if you can
just
work for the
find another
government.
job. Okay, cool. So they're just able to find another job. So can you remind me what the unemployment rate was on the September 5th report released for August of 2025?
I'm not totally sure what the unemployment rate is.
4.3%. And right now in this country, we have more available workers than there are jobs available for them to fill. So no,
Okay.
sir. If we are saying that government employees should just be able to find another job, sir, no, that's actually mathematically impossible right now, because they add to the unemployment rate when they are let go, laid off, furloughed, fired, etc. from the federal
They can
government.
find jobs.
And right
I
now,
think they can still
I
find
don't
jobs.
what part are you not understanding? There are less jobs available than we have unemployed people that are available to work. There are
Okay.
less jobs available than there are unemployed people to fill those
I'm
jobs.
saying
So there are more
they can be
unemployed
jobs. I think
people
that
than there are
like
jobs.
Wendy's is still hiring. There's always places hiring. It just depends on
Oh,
which type
okay.
of
So
jobs
you're
they want.
telling me that somebody that was making, let's say, $86,000 a year should go back to making $12 an hour for 15 hours a week, and then still not be able
That's
to apply for
that's what
Medicaid because the
what's wrong
government is
with
shut
that? I mean,
down. They're not able to apply for
most
SNAP or
Americans
EBT
have that,
benefits to
no?
feed their kids because the government is shut down to subsidize the fact that they lost their government funded job, like their very well stable job, up until Donald Trump came into office and appointed Russell Vogt into the office of the OMB, right? The architect
Yeah, I
of
mean,
Project
if they look down on
2025,
if they
who
look
talked
down on
about
regular
firing
jobs
all
like
these
at Wendy's
people,
and
and
stuff,
Donald
then I
Trump
don't
said that
know. Like if
Project
okay,
2025 is now famous.
okay,
Yes,
what's the
sir.
next
Can you
let's go to the
explain
next
to me, like, why you are okay with American citizens being harmed, actively being harmed by the President of the United States?
I don't think they're being harmed. I think they're just,
Do
like
you
that's just kind of
the threat
how it
of
works.
the threat of foreclosure or the threat of your utilities being cut off coming up into wintertime is not harmful to people?
Which
Not being
is
able to purchase food in order to feed themselves is not harmful to people. And just so
I
you
think
know, the
they
worst
can
part
still
is I
purchase
don't think
food.
you understand the fact that government employees, when they're let go, laid off, or furloughed, do not qualify for unemployment benefits. Do you
Like I
understand
said,
that?
I
So,
still think they
sir,
can
can
find
you
jobs, but
explain to me why you are okay with people being actively harmed by the President of the United States in his current agenda of let go,
I think
firing, laying off people,
I
and
think
not
harmed
doing
is
anything
I
to
think harm is
reopen?
extreme word. It's
It's
more
not an
like
extreme word. They are
affected.
being
It's
harmed.
affected.
How would you
They're being
feel?
affected.
No,
Harm is like
how would you
physical.
feel if you lost your job today and you could not find another one for the next 6 months? How would that affect
I
you?
would find another job.
No,
I would find
no,
another
that's not a
job.
part of this equation. This is a hypothetical. If you
I'd go
cannot,
cut
no,
lawns. I'd
this
go
is a
do some dishes.
hypothetical.
I have
This is a
multiple other jobs I
hypothetical.
could find.
Sir, no, this
Yeah.
is not a question of you will do something. Okay, this is a hypothetical. We're saying you cannot find a job for 6 months. How will that
That's
personally affect
impossible.
your
I
life?
can
Oh,
find a
it's just
job. I can find a
impossible.
job.
It's just impossible. You're going to be able
It's
to
not.
figure
I
out
can
another
cut
job. Got
lawns.
it. It's
I
just
can go
impossible.
do many
So you're not
things.
even
I can
able
do
to
many
go down a
things.
hypothetical with me to see what
I'll
would
go wash
happen.
dishes.
Got
I
it.
will clean
So let me be
bathrooms.
clear
I
with
will
you,
make
sir.
money.
Donald Trump said, so let me try to rephrase this a little bit. Did you believe
Like
Donald
if
Trump when he said, hold on, did you believe Donald Trump when he said that the shutdown is the Democrats' fault? Yes or no?
I don't care whose fault it is.
No, I want a yes or no answer. Do you
I don't
believe
know.
Donald Trump when he said it's the Democrats' fault? Yes or no?
No, I don't believe it's
You don't believe it.
or the Democrats' fault. I
Fantastic.
don't believe it's their
So
fault.
that's a lie that Donald Trump is continuing to purport, because let's be very
Okay.
clear. In 2011 and in 2012, when there was a threat of a government shutdown under former President Obama, then before he became president or before he even said he was going to run for president, he did interviews with Fox News. And he said unequivocally that if the government were to shut down, it cannot be blamed on the minority party because they have no power in Congress, right? They are the minority. It also should not be
Yeah, yeah.
blamed on the majority party because they still have to rely on the minority party for votes. But more importantly, he said that it is the president's fault of the president of the United States of America's fault if the government shuts down because he should have been able to negotiate. And what happened before the shutdown? Donald Trump said, we don't need to meet with the Democrats. No, we'll just let them shut it down. We will let them shut it down. And then again, he did kind of meet with them and then he didn't do anything, right? He just
Okay.
kind of was like, okay, yeah, sure,
Is
and then
there
said, yeah,
is
now
there
they
another
they they
lie
want
that
health
we can
care
move
for
on to?
illegal immigrants. Oh, why? Does this make you uncomfortable realizing that Donald Trump is
No, no,
actively
I just
harming American citizens?
no, because I don't think he's actively farming. He's probably
Oh, he's just
affecting it
not
at most,
actively harming it based off of what your definition of
Yes,
what harm
yes,
is.
they're
So
not
you
they're
don't,
not
I just
dying
want to
like
be
they're not
clear again.
dying,
So
they can find jobs, It might
when
not be
people
like
lose
those
access to a
comfortable
paycheck,
office jobs,
when
but they can find
people
jobs,
lose access to paychecks, when people lose access to their health care benefits, that is not harmful?
Not really. I think you can still find
Oh,
jobs. Like
okay.
I said, I would if I lost my
So you're not a genuine person. If you can't see how losing access to your paycheck is harmful to individuals, they're not able to eat, then yeah, you're not a genuine person. You're just not real. So yeah, I agree with this ninja on the Twitchy app. Says he has to be bad faith. He hasn't said anything but his opinions. Yeah, he's just trolling. I agree with you at this point. Let me go ahead and read through this. Thank you, Jules, for all of the jewels. Also, thank you for the $4.99 for the happy early birthday. I appreciate that. And Dandelion, well, I appreciate that as well. Trump are here, we disagree, but I respect this. I do try to have genuine conversations, but he just was being disingenuous during that moment. All right, really quickly, guys, if you are new here, don't forget to hit that follow, subscribe, membership, send a super chat, become a subscriber, all of the good things that keeps this whole channel running. Appreciate you guys. Oh, also, and on TikTok, send the gifts.
You're awesome.
Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes,
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I'm not supporting much of the government right now, to be honest.
Thank you, Isaac, for becoming a member. I appreciate that so much. Okay, well, if you're not really supporting the government, then I am going to move on a little bit, but I do appreciate you.
Can I ask one quick question before you move on?
No, because I'm afraid that it's going to be a troll question. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I'm over 18.
How old are you within a 5-year age gap? You can say early 20s,
Yeah.
mid 20s, late 20s.
I'm the number on your shirt.
You're 55.
That would be correct.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing?
I thought, okay, I'm sorry. I thought this was a different kind of show.
Yeah, okay. And so can you tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office this year?
Well, that would kind of wrap me up in a circle, wouldn't it? I mean, if I'm telling you I'm supporting him, why would I tell you lies that he's told?
Well, it's to measure your critical thinking.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that any supporter of any president throughout history should be able to identify lies that the president has told.
Right, but critical thinking would tell you to completely disregard the left-right paradigm.
Oh,
And
this
he's
isn't
an
a
actor.
left-right paradigm, sir.
He's an actor. Okay, so we know he's acting, and we know it's scripted. So he's reading from a script. So I mean, if you really believe anything in the script, then you don't have critical thinking.
Oh, so shouldn't that be applied to you since
Of
you
course,
unequivocally support Donald Trump?
I do support him because he's probably the least of the best of a bad situation. This
Oh,
is
okay.
what we're left with. This is what we're given. These
We're
are the
left
two
with.
choices we're given.
Oh,
So
see, I don't see people really get this confused, right? We are literally 11 months out from the election. I don't care why anybody voted for Donald Trump. There is no more lesser of two evils, right? Or the best of it, making the best out of a bad situation. There is no more of that. We are 11 months away from the 2024 election. We are 8.5 months into Donald Trump's presidential run. So let's try it that way. Like, there's no bad situation anymore. It's silly to bring up the other candidates from the election anymore, right? Like,
right,
so
I agree with
what
you.
are 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office January 20th, 2025?
I don't know. We'd have to go back to day one. Who knows? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't really matter what the 3 lies were
It
or
just doesn't
300
really
lies.
matter. Okay. Well, we don't
It
actually
doesn't.
have to go back that far. We could literally just go back to, I don't
But
know, what,
what
he
I
keeps
don't I
saying
don't
it every day.
understand. I just don't understand why you need 3 lies from me when
Well,
I'm trying to tell the truth.
you support Donald Trump. So I would expect you to also be able to reiterate or at least have rational thought in recognizing lies when you hear them.
Okay, Epstein files, ending wars, not getting in more wars.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we can just go down the line. I
Okay.
can probably come up with 500 lies if I tried. But that would be a waste of both of our times.
Oh, okay. So, w- if if you're able to acknowledge that he lies constantly to the point where you even said you can find 500 lies, why are you supporting a lying liar?
Like I said before, we're not given the option to support it. We're given two different bad situations.
No, see, this is actually really simple, right? There is, like, let's be very clear. You can support the United States of America. You don't have to support the sitting president of the United States of America. Those are not mutually exclusive, or those are not like together. They are not required. One does not require the other. They are exclusive things. Those are not paired requirements. So you can support the United States of America without supporting the person that sits in the office of the presidency. Similar enough to how a lot of people that did end up voting for Trump, right, didn't support Joe Biden, but they still supported the United States as a whole, right? Do you see how that works?
Of course.
Okay. So again, you can choose if you acknowledge that he is a bold-faced liar and continues to lie and he's somehow reading through from this script that he's being handed. Why do you support somebody that you're basically saying is a puppet?
Because he's an actor. He's the one out of all of them that you expect this from. Like Reagan, you would expect this from them.
You know, there was a
All
couple of
poli-
things that
all
Reagan actually
politicians.
at least had a leg up on from Donald Trump.
Okay, please elaborate.
Yeah, Reagan at least joined the military and served.
So did I, and I regret it every day of my life.
Okay. Well, Donald Trump dodged the draft 5 times, so that's why I was bringing it up. At least Reagan had that going for him. Reagan was still an overall piece of shit, but hey.
Well, I mean, the war on drugs. I mean, you just go down the line. Star Wars.
Oh, you mean
I
the
mean,
war on drugs that Donald Trump is like repeating right now? It's very
yeah,
interesting.
I'm not. No, I'm. I am not arguing with you about him being, him having some problems, having warts. They all do. They all do. He's the one we have right now.
Christy wants you to know that if you think Donald Trump is a good actor, then she would like to sell you some bridges.
Okay. And who's Christy? Your cat?
No, just somebody in the
Oh.
chat.
Oh, okay. Probably a bot. So if he is so bad, what is our option out? How do we fix it? Rather than argue about it, how do we fix it?
I mean, I'm not arguing about it, for one. So one thing that you can do is just acknowledge the fact that he is causing harm, lying to the American people. You don't support him anymore. And when somebody brings up how they do support him, you can just be like, hey, why? And then kind of bring it up the same way I did with you, you know? Like, let's address some of the lies and then realize maybe he's not a great president, but it doesn't take, like, supporting the United States of America does not require supporting the president of the United States. Yeah, you don't normalize what's been going on. You speak out about it. Go to your local town halls.
I mean, my personal opinion is defund the federal government. Period. Doesn't
Okay.
matter who's in charge. Does not matter who's in charge. And unplug from the internet. If people wanna get out from under the spell that we're under, unplug from the internet. It's
Gotcha.
all propaganda. Everything through a box is scripted.
Hey, if
And
we,
you're
I'm
coming
just
to a box.
curious, if we defunded the federal government, how would our military armed service members get paid? You know, the people that protect our country from,
You'd bring them home.
oh, I mean, they can stay in the
You'd bring
United
them home.
States, but how would you fund the military if we defunded the entirety of the federal government like you want?
Do you think anybody has nuclear weapons?
We do. Russia does.
No, we don't. Nobody does. Nobody does.
Oh,
You know what? You know
okay.
what's better than taking $100 billion and spending it on nuclear weapons? Is taking $100 billion and telling people you spent it on nuclear weapons and then passing it
Okay.
out to your buddies. That's what we're doing. It's all bullshit. Every bit of it.
So
Every bit of it.
I
All lies.
missed when
All
we
propaganda.
dropped the atom bombs. That didn't happen.
We didn't drop atom bombs.
I'm pretty sure Japan would disagree with you.
Okay.
That was odd. I know that was for the phone call prior to this most recent one, but yes, his cognitive dissonance is amazing. That one too. Here is some cash to pay your bills. You clearly need it. Okay, Arthur. Thanks. How do I clearly need it? Anyways, real quick before I reopen up these phone lines, TikTok, let's go ahead and tap it all the way up to 75,000. We should be there in, let's say, the next 3 minutes. There's 338 people in here. If you have not already hit that follow button, be sure to hit that follow button. And I'm going to mute you for a second, but keep working on the live goal and the tapping. Okay. If you are on Twitch, don't forget to hit that follow button as well. You can also become a subscriber over on Twitch for 1 month for free. If you have Amazon Prime, consider using your Amazon Prime membership. Yeah, I know, Arcus, that's true. And then over on YouTube, if you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. After you hit subscribe, turn on that bell icon so you get notifications of when I go live. Also, as you are here, don't forget to you can help support me by becoming a member. We have already had 1 member today. If anybody wants to join Lucas in becoming a member, that would be great. I would like to get 4 more for the day. That'd be fantastic. And then also you can send super chats just like Megan did. We're going to go ahead and read it now. She says, "Go Chargers. Don't tell Polly I said that. It's okay. I won't. It'll be our little secret."
You're awesome.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Just a Bill, for more money for bills. Also, guys, if you haven't followed my friend Bill, Bill, be sure to type in the chat so people can click on you. Give him a follow because he's also going to start streaming on this same platform that we're on. And thank you, Arcus, for becoming a sub over on the Purple app. And we got cheers coming in too. Yeah, I always forget that we get cheers over on the Purple app. Okay, we're going to open these phone lines back up, and I'm going to read through that in a moment. Okay. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
40s.
40s? Okay. Early or late?
I'm sorry, what?
Early, mid, or late 40s?
Mid 40s.
Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
I'm not questioning my support for Donald Trump.
Okay. So can you tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office?
Can you tell me 3 lies that every other president has told? I mean, I'm supporting Donald Trump.
Yeah. So I'm questioning your support on him, right? So I'm
Wait,
I'm
am
challenging.
I actually on this thing? Are you the lady on the
word,
chat?
I have to change my phrasing of the word. I'm challenging your support in Donald Trump.
You're challenging my support. So here's the thing. I think are you the lady that's actually on the video, right?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay, great. So listen, you're talking about Donald Trump. You're like, he caused the shutdown, and that the Republicans caused the
Yeah, he admitted back in 2011 and 2012 that if the government were to shut down, it would be unequivocally on the fault of the president of the United States. But instead of that, he can never take blame for anything or acknowledge that he's ever done anything wrong. So here he is blaming it on the minority party, where very specifically in 2011 he said
what about
very
a
clearly,
clean CRA?
very clearly, very
Yeah, but let me ask
clearly,
you something.
very
Hold on. What about the
clearly,
clean
very
CRA?
very clearly back in 2011, he said that in no way, shape, or form could it ever be on the minority party's fault or their shoulders for the government shutting down because they're not in
they're
power.
willing to turn on the government. They're willing to sign the bill to raise their debt ceiling, and the Democrats are saying, hey, listen, we want to fund Medicaid for non-U.S. citizens.
That's also a lie. I'm so glad you brought up another
So
lie. Thank you.
That's
So let me
a
be
lie.
very clear. Yeah, it is. So let me be very clear on a couple of different things for you. Okay. Can you remind me? Let's try this. Let's see if you know this. How many Republicans currently sit in the U.S. Senate?
Oh, it's like it's echoing. The phone is echoing really bad, so that's why I'm.
How many senators, how many Republican senators are currently serving in the United States Senate?
I know there's like 260 in the House and the Senate. I don't know the number, but
That's not even anywhere close to the right number for
how
the
many,
House. Whoa.
House and Senate. Tell me how many seats.
435 are in the House, 100 for the Senate. This is actually laid out in I think people forget this, but how many senators we have is actually laid out in the United States Constitution. It's 2 per state.
I mean, do you know that in the 1920s the federal government laws are not supposed to extend past anybody that is a vendor, contract, or a military member for federal laws? The states should be governing their bodies themselves. I mean, there's a lot of things like that, you know what I mean, that are out there. But the question still is, why is it that the Democrats won't sign it and that they keep pushing for Medicaid spending? Let's get to what is it?
See, I was actually asking you
for Medicaid?
questions. I was actually asking you questions getting into the point, but you didn't even know the answer. So I'm not even sure it's worth explaining it to you. I do charge for education, but sir, you don't even know how many representatives we have in our Congress. That was actually probably the saddest thing I've heard in a while.
Okay, so why are you discussing? Listen, let me ask you something. Israel is paying.
Why are you
thousands
pivoting? Can you we're talking
because
about
you're
the
pivoting.
government.
You're not.
I'm literally talking about the government shutdown, and I was seeing if you even knew how many Republicans were in Congress, and you didn't know that. And yeah, and that's a lie. I said thank you for highlighting another lie that Donald Trump has told. I can tell that you haven't read the Democratic CR. I can also tell that you also haven't read the Republican CR with that gobbledygook coming out of your mouth. And I can also tell that you also haven't read the One Big Beautiful Bill, aka HR1 in Congress.gov. You also are probably fully uninformed about what the PRWORA is from 1996 that unequivocally states that while states have the option to offer Medicaid to undocumented, aka illegal immigrants, they cannot be reimbursed for a penny of any of the money that states choose to spend on undocumented immigrants for their state-sponsored Medicaid programs cannot be reimbursed one federal penny from the federal government if they so choose to spend Medicaid. And because nowhere in the One Big Beautiful Bill is it taking away the PRWORA
At the end of the
Act of
day, numbers
1996,
don't lie, right?
1996.
Numbers.
Okay. Apparently, again, you still don't know anything about the government. You don't know anything about what's actually happening. Again, it's a law from 1996. 1996. It's called the PRWORA, right? And it's a law that, again, let's be very clear, it allows states to offer Medicaid insurance to undocumented immigrants. However, they cannot in any way, shape, or form request any penny of reimbursement for their own state-sponsored coverage of Medicaid at the state level. That's why Medi-Cal is able to exist, but again, they cannot get reimbursed for even a singular penny for anything that they so choose to spend on undocumented insurance, right? Covered by Medicaid. I'm sure you're also, based off of the fact that you don't know that there are 53 Republicans in the Senate, right? 53 Republicans in the Senate. I'm sure you're not aware that there are ways that they could have already passed the clean CR that you're up here crying to me about, okay? They could have passed it. They could have passed it on October 1st, October 2nd, October 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, or even the 11th. They could pass it today if they so chose to do so. However, they don't because it's allowing Donald Trump to continue to push his agenda. All right. So here's what it is, okay? So the Republican continuing resolution that is currently in office, all they would have to do, right, is John Thune, the Senate Majority Leader John Thune, could call for a vote. He could say that this no longer meets the qualifications that requires the 60 vote threshold. This is called the nuclear option, okay? However, he hasn't requested that vote. And all it takes is a simple majority, right? In order for them to say, yes, let's move on. Let's pass this bill, okay? We don't need that 60 majority threshold, okay? And so that's all that it would take. And they would get that vote, okay? Because there are 53 Republicans in Congress, and then we have Senator Fetterman out of Pennsylvania, who is a Democrat, but has already agreed to vote in along party lines with the Republicans for the CR, okay? So this is that's why I'm saying, like, this is very funny, okay? That people have this so much lack of understanding of how the government works, okay? I don't know if you know who Marjorie Taylor Greene is, but you actually can look her up. She even talks about using the nuclear option, that she's been very clear that if the Republicans wanted to reopen the government, pass the continuing resolution, they have the votes to do so. She's even acknowledging that, again, Senator Fetterman out of Pennsylvania, who is a Democrat, agrees that they could, agreeing to vote with the Republicans. And so Marjorie Taylor Greene is telling the American people on her platform that indeed they could reopen the government at any point in time. Okay. And thank you, Johnny Raiders. As you guys are coming in from the Johnny Raid, be sure to hit that follow button. Johnny Raiders, thank you. Hello. So we're gonna be very clear on that one. Again, the Republicans have the full ability and authority. They have the majority in order to reopen the government of the United States of America by passing the continuing resolution that is currently sitting on John Thune's desk. They have that ability 100%. Okay?
No.
They could do that if they wanted to. So that's why, again, there is in no way, shape, or form that the government shutdown is the Democrats' fault. It is solely on the heads of not only Donald Trump, but every single Republican that sits in the Senate. Mostly John Thune, because again, all he has to do is call up for a cloture vote saying that this no longer fits the requirements needed to have that 60 vote threshold, and then it could pass.
Go Trump, go.
Have you finally calmed down?
What they're doing. I totally support what Trump's doing. I don't see a problem with that.
Okay, so you don't, I just want to be clear. You're okay that our military service members don't get paid?
I'm okay that people are getting fired by the U.S. government as well.
And you're okay that people are not going to be able to pay their mortgage?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So you don't care about the American people? Sir, are you even an American at this point? I wonder, because you don't care about anyone other than yourself in America. Oh my gosh, here we go again. Wow, okay. I don't normally tell this to people, but Sir definitely sounds like he needs to take a chill pill, and I kind of agree with like the look on this banana's face right now. It's going, It's very odd. Okay. So this is why I have issues with individuals such as yourself that are so staunchly in support of Donald Trump and his policies, right? So you're okay with allowing people to not be able to pay their mortgage. You're okay with increasing our unemployment rate. You're okay with increasing our houselessness epidemic that we face in the United States of America. And we have a raid coming in over on the Purple app. Wow, thank you, Gust, again for coming in with the raid. Okay, so like you just don't care about people. I also would assume that you don't care that children are going to be going without health insurance as well. Is that also true? Can you answer that one? Do you care? Do you care? Do you care if children go without health insurance in this country?
Children? Are you serious? Have you seen the numbers of the number of people that don't have health insurance?
Children are the most needy, sir. Would you not agree? Because they can't fend for themselves.
It's funny that you think I'm a sir. Listen.
Oh, I apologize. I hope you do realize that sir is actually considered gender neutral. It's been used in the military since the dawn of time with our military, and it's also used to address female service members. So sir is in fact gender neutral.
Listen.
I understand that you're not educated on that one, but sir is gender neutral. Erie, I will take a baby dragon for that one.
There you go. Listen, let me say this to you.
Can you just
Let me ask you a question.
No, would you agree or disagree with me? I'm sorry, I seriously want an answer to this. Do you agree or disagree with me that, guess what? Children are the most needy in our country because they cannot fend for themselves?
Let me say this.
This is a simple yes or no question. Are you
Yes, of course.
Okay, so they are needy, so you don't care. So I just want to be clear. So you're okay with them going hungry. You're okay with them going hungry. You're okay with with children going hungry in this country as a result of the government shutdown.
Money out of the tariff fund to give to children and to give to the children.
Out of the tariff fund? The tariff fund. There's a tariff fund. Do we need to look out on the tariff shelf? Is that where we find this tariff fund?
Not a tariff. Like, they put tariffs on products coming into the government.
Yeah, tariff. Is it on the tariff shelf?
No, he took money out of that and gave it to the organizations to help fund for the children.
Oh, yeah? Where can we find proof of that? In the tarot cards?
In the news.
In the news? No.
In the news. It was in New York Times. It was in Wall Street Journal.
I just want to let you know that you should calm down.
100%.
Thanks, Erie. I don't normally do that, but I said, you know what? He was on something. She was on something. They were on something. They were triggered from like the start. That was odd. Also, guys, really quickly, if you are new here, thank you, Erie, for the the baby dragon. If you are new here over on TikTok, again, thank you all the Johnny Raiders that have come in. And if you haven't hit that follow button yet, hit that follow button up at the top. We've hit the 100K like goal, so thank you guys. Well, actually, I didn't even move it up to 100K. So wow, you guys knocked it out while Guest was having a tantrum. So we're gonna bump that up a little bit. We're gonna set this all right again. And guys, as you're coming in, double tap the screen, hit that follow button over on the red app, hit that subscribe button. Sorry, and then on the purple app, hit the follow button. 1 second, TikTok. I'm gonna mute for a second. Also, shout out to Gus Broadcast for sending out Raiders again over on Twitch. I appreciate that. I think I'm already following you. I am. Okay, perfect. Just wanted to make sure. Welcome in again. Thank you for sending it out. Okay. All right. Okay, let me read through some of these. Thank you, Head, for the hi, all you amazing people. Have a wonderful Sunday, and remember those daily dose of hydration and snackies. I haven't taken a sip of water, so there we go. Jules, thank you for some more Jules. Tommy, thank you for the 20, says we appreciate you. I appreciate you, Tommy, for that. Thank you, Roberto, for the Jules. Another one that was semi on purpose. I don't think you wanted to hear their crash out. That was pretty bad, actually. Thank you, Alexis, for the $4.99. I do appreciate that as well. And thank you, FTK, for the $4.99 as well. We're gonna go ahead and open back up these phone lines. So let's see if we can get somebody that is I don't know, a little more even tempered. Oh, thank you, Janelle. I appreciate that.
Even tempered. Oh,
Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Awesome. How old are you?
Awesome.
19.
And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
You are? Okay. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Nothing.
Nothing at all. Okay. Can you identify 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office?
He's not lying. He's doing everything he said he would do.
Do you understand what a lie is?
A lie is not telling the truth.
Oh, okay. So let's try this. Donald Trump tells the American people that foreign companies pay the tariffs. Is that true?
No.
No. Okay. And also, thank you, Marilyn, for the 20 over on the green app. Marilyn said, woohoo, combat pay. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So who does pay for tariffs?
The people purchasing the items or the companies.
Oh,
who
okay.
are
So can you
purchasing the items.
acknowledge that Donald Trump did in fact lie?
I don't know where he said that, so I can't explicitly say that that was a lie. But I agree with you there.
Yeah. Do you happen to know the Tax Policy Center is or the Tax Foundation?
I'm not very educated in taxes.
Okay. Well, tariffs are a tax. Okay.
Yeah.
So they also are quoting Donald Trump and saying tariffs are paid by the foreign countries.
Do you know why I support Donald Trump?
I assume because you're not really 19 and you're probably more like 16 and you're just
My
listening to
birthday
your
is
parents.
September 1st, 2006.
Cool.
There's your proof.
I would assume that it's because your parents told you to.
No, my parents are not here.
If you're an orphan, I'm sorry. I hope you
I
found
am
a
not an
family.
orphan. I am in college.
Oh, okay.
They still love me and support me very much.
Okay.
Okay, anyways, I support Donald Trump because I don't think people should be coming into our country illegally.
Okay, good for you. I'm glad you think so.
Why do you not support Donald Trump?
Why? Because he lies to the American people every day.
Do you think people should come into America illegally?
Not necessarily.
Okay, so you appreciate his mass deportations.
No, I don't.
Why not?
Why? Because it's unethical.
Why is it unethical? If you break the law, you face legal consequences.
No, it's the way that he's doing it is unethical. You are aware that they shot an unarmed person, right? ICE shot an unarmed person, right? Are you aware that ICE is actively like there are video recordings of them dragging a 9-month pregnant woman in the streets? Okay. They've broken a man's ankle trying to get him out of his house. They've arrested somebody or they detained somebody who is the father of 3 Marine veterans. And automatically, family members of our service members are supposed to be exempt from deportation unless they violated the law, which the man had never done. Okay.
How do you know he never broke the law?
Because he doesn't have a criminal record, ma'am. You know, this stuff is released, right? Like criminal records are in fact public record.
Yeah, they are public. So did you look it up?
Yeah, I did.
So why do you think that everybody should just be welcome in here? Like,
I
do you,
didn't
do you
say
not
that,
think
did
there should
I?
be
Did
any?
I?
Do you not think that there should be any consequences for people coming into America illegally?
No, even the federal government considers it a federal misdemeanor that it's usually just a finable offense. So you just have to pay a little bit of money. And the majority of people that are picked up and detained aren't even charged with that federal code. You want to
Because
know
they're
why they're
sent back
not?
to their
Do you want to
country
know
of
why they're
origin.
not? Do you want to know why they're not charged with that federal code?
Sure.
Because then that requires due process of law and then they get their day in court. And then that means they would have to stay in the United States of America in order to go through the court system, the criminal court system. Isn't that funny?
What ICE is doing is they're literally sending them back to their country of origin.
No, they're not.
Then where are they going? Besides Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh, or you're not aware of the 7 men that have no ties to Uganda that were sent to a Ugandan prison? 7 of sorry,
Probably filed for asylum.
at least one of whom was a Jamaican citizen. In Jamaica, after they learned about the fact that he got sent to Uganda, came out and said, right, the president of the Jamaica came out and said that we weren't approached by the Trump administration about him coming back to our country, but because he's a Jamaican citizen, we would have welcomed him back into our country 100%. But instead, he's now sitting in a prison in Uganda that he has nothing to do with it. We've also sent people to South Sudan, which is a war-ravaged country right now. We've sent people to CCOT in El Salvador, right? Something that Bukele brags about how people never get out of his prison. So they're not being sent back to their country of origin, ma'am. They're literally being sent back anywhere else.
Well, actually, some people can file for asylum from their countries, and then when they come to America, certain countries aren't allowed to do that here, so then they send them to other countries.
Oh, so you're referring to what, the third safe country? How is South Sudan a safe country when it's war ravaged?
Probably safe for the people who come in illegally. Probably
How
deserve it.
is,
They
let's try
probably
this
deserve to
again.
go
I'm
there.
sorry.
They broke the
Let's try
law.
this again. How is a war ravaged country safe?
They have people there fighting the war.
Uh-huh. How is that safe? Being sent
Plenty
into
of
an active
refugees to
combat
keep them
zone
safe.
in a country that you are unfamiliar with and you are not a citizen of, how is that safe?
Hey, let me tell you this. You can leave.
Who's we or you?
The people who are sent there, if they don't like it, they can leave. Go home.
No, they
Like,
can't because they're being
nobody is
sent to
stopping them.
prisons. I just want to
Nobody is
help you
stopping
out
them
with
from
something,
going
right?
home.
So, no, the people that are being sent to foreign countries, they're not being sent to foreign countries to just gallivant happily within that foreign country. They're being sent to prisons within those foreign countries, people that have never committed a crime, even within our country or any other
You're wrong.
country,
You're
are
literally
being
wrong
sent
because they
to
committed
foreign
a crime and
countries.
came here illegally. Wrong.
Sorry, I want to help you out with something. Do you know what it requires in the United States of America to be considered a criminal?
Breaking the law.
No. Criminal is a
What do you mean, no? Breaking the law makes you a
criminal.
criminal.
No,
You
actually it
broke the
doesn't.
law.
See, criminal is a legal term, and this has been very clearly lined out by the United States Supreme Court, by our judicial system within the United States Supreme Court. In order for you to be considered a
You know
criminal
the criminal
within the
charges?
United States of the
You know the criminal charges?
in order for you to be considered a criminal in the United States of America, according to our judicial
Must break the
system,
law
I'm sure
first.
you're not aware of what that branch of government is, but according to the United States of America judicial system, in order to be considered a criminal within the United States of America, you have to have been convicted of a crime. So again, when
Like
I'm
when you're
saying that
convicted,
people
you
that are
break the
sent
law.
to foreign prisons without being convicted of crimes, right? Okay? So without them have been convicted of crimes, they are not criminals according to our United States justice system. And according to the 5th and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution, which I'm sure you have never bothered to read, all persons within the United States, regardless of citizenship status, regardless of how you came into this country, are entitled to the right to due process of the law, meaning that if they had committed a crime, they are guaranteed their day in court to either be proven innocent or proven guilty. As I am also sure that you've misunderstood what our criminal justice slogan is when it comes to the United States of America. Last I checked, and as far as I've ever known and lived in the United States of America, which has been significantly longer than you, and I can see that our education system has in fact failed you, okay, is that our criminal justice system operates on innocent until proven guilty, which is why, as someone simply being accused of a crime makes it so that they cannot be considered a criminal within our criminal justice system without having been convicted, so therefore found guilty of a crime. I hope that helps for your free education. Request a refund from the college that you're going to. My goodness. All right, let's go ahead and read this. Thank you, Moose, for the New Zealand 10. I guess the Republicans are happy with Americans' way of life being destroyed by their own party. How is it the Dems' fault as they are the minority? I don't know. They just don't know. They just don't know. They just don't know. And yes, I'm sorry. The education system failed the last caller. That's very true.
You're awesome.
Yep. Another one is right. A 19-year-old is still a child. Exhibit A was the last caller. Yeah. That was quite interesting, honestly. But thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for all of that. Okay. Again, guys, if you are new, be sure to hit that sub button, that follow button, whichever one it is. And yeah, nice to see you as well, Gust. I appreciate again. The raid. I forgot the word for a second. And yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead, keep tapping the screen over on TikTok. Thank you for calling. Okay. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 24.
Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, but I'm a little on the line right now.
Okay.
So, like,
what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
So, while it was leading up to the election, he was saying that he was going to annex, like, Canada, Greenland, and Mexico.
Oh,
And
he
when I look
didn't
at that map,
I just want to let you know that he said he joked about annexing Canada when Mark Carney was here last week, so.
yeah. But so why do I look at that map and it still looks the same as when I was in my 6th grade geography class?
Oh. Because he didn't do it.
Yeah, so and I
Giddy up.
also I was wondering about the last caller who said that,
I mean,
you know
I
how
would
you
like to
said
talk
everybody
about
gets due
you,
process?
so yeah.
Doesn't the Alien Enemies Act say that he can, like, deprive people of their due process?
Oh, interesting. No. I hope you
I
do
think
realize that that was also decided in Christy Nome v. Kilmer Abrego Garcia, and also decided in AARP versus the United States, with our 2025 Supreme Court ruling that everyone is entitled to the right to due process, and they have to be given sufficient time in order to request habeas corpus. Giddy up.
so. I'm just curious. If we did that for everybody, how long would it take to get through everybody?
Couldn't tell you.
You couldn't tell me.
No.
Hmm. So yeah, I'm basically in a situation where he's kind of let me down, and mostly like I literally voted for him like specifically for expansionism,
Okay.
because you know how
Interesting, because
amazing that
I
would
just
look.
want to be clear with people. Like, Donald Trump didn't campaign on annexing Canada or campaign on buying Greenland, nor did he campaign on taking back the Panama Canal. So the idea that you voted for him for expansionism is antithetical to what he actually campaigned on. He only made those comments after he was voted in, prior to being inaugurated.
But I saw like rallies before he got voted in where he
And
said that he
guess
was
what?
going to
He
do it.
didn't say he was going to do that prior to already being elected.
Oh, he didn't. Well,
No, he didn't.
I can remember the rallies that I watched before that where he
I'm
said he was
sure
going
you're
to.
conflating different things.
So
Oh,
it's
I
like,
like that comment. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate that.
but yeah. So
Okay, well, if you're
I
in favor of
I voted.
expansionism, then I would encourage you to go to countries like Israel or Russia, because Russia's actively attempting to expand. So I would encourage you to
Okay,
go
but
to those
Putin's a
other
great guy
countries.
though.
Yeah,
Hold
I'm
on,
sure
let me
you think
defend
that.
Putin here real quick. But you see, Putin's a great guy. He,
Blat.
how do I?
That doesn't surprise me. None of that surprises me at all. You're not real. Aunts, I don't technically have one to the first part. And the second one, I don't talk about that on lives. So, but 1 second. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah,
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No,
Okay.
I
Well,
know I have family members that did,
oh
but
goodness.
to be honest, so I'm gonna be honest. I've never voted. I've never voted, and this is exactly why. Because every time a new president comes into office, something happens, or they get us into more situations that we don't need to be in. We're constantly getting into other wars that have nothing to do with us. And I understand we want to have peace in the whole entire world and everything, but it's like, I mean, if there isn't really any solution other than just to keep on killing and keep on bombing places and everything, it's like, and then with Trump just like.
Thank you, ma'am. I do appreciate you. I do
Okay, so
encourage you to vote, though, because that is important to our process. But thank you. Have a good Sunday.
nah, yeah.
Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you?
26.
26. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Say that again?
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I didn't support anybody. I just have some questions.
Okay. Well, sorry. I am just looking for Trump supporters. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. How old are you?
I'm a young 25.
Okay. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Absolutely, I am.
Okay.
Oh, can I swear on here? I'm sorry.
I don't care. Are you
Awesome.
Thank you guys. Are you, let's see, what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
I mean, I'm unwavering in my support for the man. He's a great man. He's led this country into some fine places, and I have no doubt in my mind that he will run next election, and he'll be a president of the United States again.
Oh, okay. So can you tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told you, or has told the American people since he was inaugurated into office?
How the hell would I want to name 3 lies that man just told?
I'm challenging your support in Donald Trump.
What? I don't think any single lie could change my mind on the man. I'm pretty
I mean, I'm
pretty
not
fond
trying
of
to
the guy.
change your mind. Again, I'm challenging your support. So I'm trying to see if you, maybe if you're capable
Well,
of critical
I'm not
thinking.
aware of any lies. I'm not aware of any lies you told. Could you
Oh,
enlighten me?
sure. Let's start with a recent one. The Democrats are the reason why the government is shut down.
Well, that's true, right?
No. Can you tell me, let's try this. You knew who Donald Trump was before he ran for president in 2016, right?
Hell yeah, I did. He was a wonderful businessman, wonderful mind in the economics.
Okay.
And,
Did you listen to him prior to him announcing he was going to campaign for office?
I mean, I not regularly. I mean, he was on the news every now and then. I wasn't
Okay.
quite as
So
aware of him
back
back
in
then.
2011 and 2012, so I'm actually going to quote you Donald Trump's own words, all right? And I'm paraphrasing them. Let's be clear, this is not verbatim, all right? So in 2011 and 2012, he did 2 separate interviews on Fox News, right? And this was obviously while Obama was president, okay? And when
I'm
we were
sorry.
on
Let's
the
be fucking
brink,
fair. Fox News isn't exactly a reputable news
they're
source.
not, but this is the point. Donald Trump did an interview with them. That's not them reporting on the news. They did an interview with him. That's just 2 people talking, right?
All right. All
Okay.
right.
So when the government was about to shut down under Obama, Donald Trump talked to Fox News hosts, and he was like, he got asked both times, whose fault do you think it is if the government shuts down? And he's like, well, it's not on the minority parties because they don't have power in office. And I don't think it should be on the majority party either. It should fall solely on the president of the United States because they are the ones that should be able to have the ability to negotiate with the minority party to get the votes. He said that in 2011, and then he reiterated again in 2012, saying that if the government shuts down, it falls on the President of the United States.
All right. Well, a lot of that's probably his personal opinion, but I will say he's a little bit of a dumbass. That's kind of why I like him. Reminds me of just a lot of people I knew growing up. So I get that. I'd be curious about the government shutdown. Does it just require a majority ruling, or is it a
Oh,
two-thirds
no. So
situation, or how does
actually,
that work?
I love this question, honestly. I
Well, I'm
do.
just genuinely curious. I'm
Yeah,
not
no. That's what I'm
entirely
saying.
sure
I
on my end.
absolutely love this question. Okay. I'm gonna ask you a few qualifying questions to make sure
All
I'm
right.
speaking on your base level of knowledge, okay? Or if I need to add more details to it. How many Senate Republicans are there right now?
Oh, okay. It's a good question. Damn. I'm not too sure.
So there's
I
53.
couldn't quite tell you there.
There's
53. All
53.
right.
Yes.
So 47 Democrats.
Correct. So then you would have to agree that 53 is the majority.
Yeah, it's absolutely the majority.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So a continuing resolution, which is what they currently have introduced on both sides, right? The Democrats have their own, the Republicans have their own, right? A continuing resolution does typically require 60 votes, right? They already have
All right.
one Democrat from Pennsylvania, Fetterman, that's saying, I'll vote on the Republicans' continuing resolution. Not a problem, right? But here's the best part is a continuing resolution can bypass the 60 vote majority rule if the Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, who is a Republican, calls for a cloture vote declaring that the 60 vote rule is no longer needed. It's called the nuclear option, where they can do away with the filibuster. And that vote requires a simple majority. The Republicans
All right.
have
So you're
the
saying
simple majority.
okay.
They, in fact, have 54, which is over the simple majority. So at any
That's
point in
correct. Yep.
time, if the Republicans truly wanted to reopen the government, especially in the Senate, all they would have to do is ask John Thune to call the cloture vote, right? Call for them to
Yeah.
say, hey, we're going to impose
Well,
the nuclear option. We no longer need 60 votes. And then get all of the Republicans to go, yeah. And then that one Democrat from Pennsylvania to also go, yay. And then the yays have it. And then they can get their next simple majority just to pass their CR.
all right. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you there. I understand that I hadn't heard of that particular rule and the loophole there. I'd just be curious to ask, since you got all the sources there, not saying that in a derogatory sense, of course, but since you got all the sources, is that a rule that's implemented often? Is that regular to
It has been
use that majority
used
rule?
previously. Yeah, no, it
Okay,
was
I'm just
used
wondering if
in,
that's a yeah.
yeah, it was used in Trump's first term. It's also was used under Obama. Like it was used previously as well. Like this has been used a lot of the time
All right,
in order to keep the government funded.
all right, man, that's entirely fair. Yeah. Well, that I need to adapt
Yeah.
my worldview to that a little bit.
Yep. So in this case, like in fact, it is the Republicans that are intentionally keeping the government shut down. Marjorie Taylor Greene never thought she would be on the side of with the left and saying that the Republicans are lying to y'all. They could 100% reopen this shit if they wanted to. Marjorie Taylor
All right,
Greene
there.
from Georgia. Whew. She's a basket case of her on her own, but
Well, it looks like I need to start listening to CNN or something, or doing my own research, because
I don't even listen to CNN, dude. I think that major news sources or like the actual television channels, they're kind of cruddy, so I don't like them.
fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for having me on.
No problem, dude. I hope you have a good
Good
Sunday.
good to learn something. Yeah, you too, man.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Okay, appreciate that. I do like polite callers. Okay, Pumbaa. I'm trying to take you to a farmer's market. We actually do go to our farmer's market occasionally. That's kind of nice. Yes, Rock and Rolla. Hey, thanks for coming back again. Why leave out the 7.3 million Venezuelan immigrant crisis Trump plus Democrats created in his first presidency and about to create more again? Oh, goodness. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that part. You're not wrong. They're about to create it again. That's a scary thought. After we just... Yes, the original sanctions on Venezuelan oil did create a mass immigration issue when it came to Venezuela immigrants coming here. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
22.
22, and are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Fucking cocksucking nigger.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, well, to just get through that real quick, guys, over on TikTok, let's go ahead and get the likes up to, we're going to bump this up to 175. You're almost at 150, so we're just going to go ahead and notch it up a little bit. We're at 97 new followers for the stream over on TikTok, and there's 600 people in here. If you are new, hit that follow button. I do accept hate follows. There's no such thing as a bad follow here. So hit that follow button and make sure you turn on notifications so you know when I go live. I'm going to mute TikTok for a moment, so don't freak out. I am giving you a heads up. If you are watching over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Subscribing is free on YouTube. If you wish to become a member, I am looking for 4 new members for the live today. So consider becoming a member for at least just a $3.99. I would appreciate that. It's the cheapest way to support me. You can also send a super chat, and I do put it up on the screen when you send a super chat, and I address it between callers. If you are over on Twitch, guys, hit that follow button, and then be sure to hit that bell icon so you know when I also go live. And yes, Fetterman is proof that God is just dabbing on that one. I like that one, Skelly. I appreciate that response. And if you're new over on Twitch, be sure to hit that follow button as well. Okay, we're back. We're going to open up these phone lines. Hopefully no more children call in, but we'll find out. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes, I am. I called like 50 times.
Oh, okay. How old are you?
I'm 19.
19. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, you know, iffy.
Iffy?
Yeah, no, I support it definitely more than I don't. Mostly the Epstein stuff is where I'm really like that boy might be a pedo. Like fully he might be.
Okay. Oh, Feisty, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I appreciate you so much. All right. And okay. And also, guys, if you received a membership from Feisty, be sure to thank her. So what are 5 lies that Donald Trump has told you since he was inaugurated into office this year?
So from what I can remember, I can probably only think of 2. When he first got elected. No, never mind. Never mind. I thought I had one in the beginning. When he
And
first got
thank you,
elected, I was
Scrat, for
gonna say
also
stuff about
becoming
the
a member.
tariffs, but all that stuff I don't really remember that well. I smoke a lot of weed.
Okay.
But recently with the shut, this isn't a troll, by the way. This is just me. I'm fully here because I want, if my mind could be changed, I want it to be you.
Okay.
Definitely, I don't think it is. Like, yes, a shutdown is so irresponsible and it's wild, and he could totally stop it. But my position is, both sides think they're doing the right thing. So how can you say somebody's more evil because they think they're doing the right thing?
I don't say that they're evil.
Oh, not
I
you. I'm
would
sorry.
say that to a degree that it's unethical to brag about having the ability to just fire our government employees and be happy about it on his social media platform. I think that's unethical.
I believe that too. I think he's way too edgy. Like, he enjoys pissing Americans off, and it's like, you're not getting through to people that way. But it doesn't bother me personally.
Yeah, they're just adding to our unemployment rate right now.
Yeah, that's not a good situation. But another thing is, I believe that all this shit is like, it sucks now, but shit sucked before, and I believe it's coming to a good end. I believe the Doge cuts. I
Thank you,
believe those
Ash, for
cuts
becoming a sub.
are going to be, in the end, even the $5 trillion. Like, yes, that's a lot, but I believe eventually it's going to level out and be a good decision.
Doge has cost us more than they've saved.
Yes, temporarily, but in
No,
time,
not
it'll.
temporarily. It's gonna be long term with their salaries. In fact, the head guy, I can't remember his name, of Doge was literally making more money than most government employees typically make at that level.
You're talking about Elon Musk?
No, not
or the new
Elon.
guy?
Thank you, Ash, for
Who's the new guy?
gifting out 2 subs. I don't remember who took over Big Ball's position.
Well, I can't say anything because I don't know, but
Yeah.
all right. Well, what else? Because
Donald Trump lied about not taking away health care and Social Security from American people.
all right. So how did he? So the shutdown is taking away. Okay, this is what I believe. I think. I
This
think I
isn't
have.
in reference to the shutdown. This is in reference to HR1.
And HR1 is
The big beautiful bill.
right. Okay. Um, and he took away Social Security from who? I'm sorry.
American citizens.
Right, but in the big beautiful bill, I went through it. I mean, I know there's a lot of, things sound good and then stuff happens, but it looks like they took away stuff from people that aren't working or aren't disabled. So they have real disabled people still receiving these benefits and real people that actually need them getting them
Yeah,
and
so it's actually
letting other people.
troubling to put it in the hands of the Secretary of the Health and Human Services to decide who is considered or what is considered medically frail, right? So now it's one person's job, an absolute nut job, right, to determine what is considered medically frail in order to be qualified to receive Medicaid. And with the work requirement that they are also instituting within the big beautiful bill, the other issue with that is that individuals are going to have to work now prior to ever being able to receive or apply for Medicaid, right? So there are individuals that have never been able to work a day in their life due to their disability, but because RFK Jr. might not consider their disability or their ailment to be medically frail enough, even though they literally are based off of actual doctors, right? Um, assessments, okay? They might never be able to even apply or receive Medicaid. And the work requirement we already know has been applied in other states, right? And
Yes, ma'am.
it was already proven that it didn't actually help people. So it was applied in Arkansas. All right. This was done in 2012. And what they found when they evaluated the program in 2013 is that 92% of all Medicaid recipients that lost access to their Medicaid, 92% of them were already meeting that work requirement. They just missed the deadlines that were imposed upon the paperwork, or they were confused by the paperwork and people weren't available to answer their phone calls to answer it. So they had clerical errors within their paperwork. And so they lost access to their Medicaid for the next 6 months. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that if you lose access to your Medicaid, you have to wait 6 months before you can reapply.
Okay, so that's clearly an awful way of doing it then, because if it's
Yes.
precedented, then you can't really, you know what I'm saying, you can't really fight the precedent.
Correct. And it's also the fact that somebody who is simply just an environmental attorney who has no actual medical degree should not be able to determine what qualifies as medically frail.
Agreed. Also, RFK Jr., I mean, like, that boy gets into the courts and, like, he says all kinds of things and then doesn't have any, like, medical studies, or, like, he just bats away things people try to bring up. But the other thing with the medical frailness is I would like to hear, to fully be on your side, I would like to hear some examples of some disabilities that were signed away by RFK that
Oh, they
were,
haven't determined all of it yet, but I'm certain fibromyalgia would be one of them. Giddy up.
what is giddy up? Like I'm
No,
slow?
sorry, it's a response to a TikTok gift.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am slow. But fibromyalgia is
It's idiopathic for one, meaning that they don't understand what causes fibromyalgia. It's a constant nerve pain that people experience, right? They aren't able, yes, and don't call yourself slow. Don't do that to yourself, dude. I always tell people this, like, literally don't insult yourself. You should be your number one advocate. All right.
well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So it's not anything that's curable. They don't really know what causes fibromyalgia. They don't know what brings it on for people. It's not necessarily hereditary either. And they have a multitude of prescriptions that can be prescribed to lessen the effects. But again, there is no cure for it, and it is considered quite debilitating for a lot of people, because it's a constant pain that they feel in either certain parts of their bodies or all parts of their bodies. It's considered to be the over hyperactivity of nerves.
Okay.
And yeah,
Right.
and a lot of doctors still don't think it's real, and they also think that it's a joke or made up. And that's also why
I can imagine.
I would fully think that fibromyalgia is not going to be no longer be considered a disability for people. So these people might not be able to stand for long periods of time because of pain. They might not be able to type or sit down for
Sure.
long periods of time. It's just not anything that I consider like to me. It should be considered a debilitating disability because in fact it is.
Okay. Agreed for sure. Definitely agreed. Um, I think there's a argument to be said that, no, never mind. I was going to say maybe there's an argument to be said that um, not enough people will be affected by such a whole, but you can't leave anyone getting left behind. That's not okay, right? Can't leave people behind. So yeah, definitely that's not okay to be telling people their disability is fake, and
Yeah.
more science keeps developing. So since there hasn't been any actual, or not
Oh, he has
any
until
stuff,
October 1st of 2026 to make his determinations of what is enough to be considered medically frail, or
right?
is considered not to fall under those categories and no longer eligible for Medicaid. And that's why, like, he has the time in order to do
It's
it.
also, I agree with you. Some shady stuff will probably pop up because
Mhm.
first of all, the guy doesn't do his research, and second, he's going to be wanting to get the Republicans. He's going to be wanting old Donnie on his side, so he's going to be wanting the cuts. Like he's gonna want to say, let's find as many things as we can, right?
Yeah.
That we could sign off. So I can agree with that that's bad. But since we don't have any things that are like
Yeah,
fully
this is full
concrete yet,
speculation on my
yeah,
part. This is full speculation. I honestly
right,
wouldn't put it past RFK Jr. to list that as no longer being considered a disability for people.
right, and that's probably more than just that. It'll probably happen, but
The man literally said at the Antifa roundtable that 50% of children that are circumcised have autism.
dude, and it's like, come on now, buddy. It's like with the vaccines, he'll be like, oh, what? I can't directly quote him because he talks so sporadically, but he'll say something like,
Oh, he has an actual
vaccines and
disability
autism.
with his vocal cords that it causes him to speak that way.
I know, I don't make fun of him. I thought
Oh
that's
no, I
what
wasn't
got a lot
thinking
of
that you
people.
were.
I think that's what got a lot of people on his side because there's stupid people that just see, oh, why are they making fun of this guy? I like this guy now because you know.
Oh, that's what happened with Trump.
Well, okay, so then there's that. So I believe Trump is, first of all, I think he has like a long mission to take care of investing Americans that have a long-term plan to be rich. So I think he's trying to take care of stock market investors like retail investors because of the way he's been doing the stock market. And you can say it's ethically questionable, but when he says things about certain companies, the American people know to, buy accordingly or whatever the case may be. And when he says stuff, it happens, and he knows that. And I think he does that because he wants the Americans that are investing to make money. Another thing is, what'd you say? It's illegal. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
know
said
it's
that's
illegal.
not legal.
Yeah, it's illegal. I think it's a good cause though. And I know that's like, we can move on from that because no one cares.
Insider trading is not a good thing.
I
Market
I happen to
manipulation
be an
is not a good
investor.
thing. That's fine.
Yeah, I know it. I agree. I hate it. When I was learning, I hated it, and then you just learn to you gotta just go with them. But
You kind of
uh,
don't have to.
when you're trading, yes, like are you gonna buy against the manipulators or are you gonna buy with them? there's strategies, there's strategies where you can tell something's being manipulated. So is it ethically bad to make money off them? Because they're making money off it anyway. So is it ethically bad or wrong? Honestly.
I don't know. I don't do about your ethics. That's a you consideration because
Well, I'm sorry.
morality is subjective. People are saying that they would consider it ethically wrong. So
Okay, well, sorry for going trailing off then. The other thing with him lying is I believe also that, yes, lying is, he could just be batting away everything and trying to stretch everything as long as he can. But I believe that he knows so many people are so stupid that you kind of have to lie or make it seem like something's happening when really he has a bigger plan. So personally, I believe the shutdown isn't going to last. I don't think he's going to let it last long enough to completely destroy people. And if it does, I'm going to be off his side because I believe this is like a risky plan he's got where he wants his way and he's letting the shutdown happen. But I think it's part of the plan where he's not going to let it go too far, where hella people are going to lose all their insurance and all these effects are going to be seen.
how long is too long for you? I guess.
I know that's like the question. I guess too long isn't going to be known until it happens, which sucks. But I guess when too long happens is probably going to be when the majority of Americans can't afford healthcare because obviously it's getting raised. And then I know he said I don't. To be honest with you, I served in the Marine Corps. I hate the whole military structure. I think the way the government treats people who serve is filthy, and nobody should ever serve. But I did see that Trump was going to make sure military benefits would still be paid even in the shutdown.
Yes, from a fund that we're not aware of that the Pentagon holds on to, that we're not sure
Oh,
exists.
I love hearing stuff like that.
I mean, it is. He didn't tell us what kind of fund the Pentagon is somehow hiding in their back pocket that they're somehow going to pay military armed service members out of, which honestly, if it does exist, I hope it does. And I hope they do get
Right.
paid because if anyone in the government deserves to still be paid while the government is technically shut down, it is most assuredly our armed service members who volunteered to serve.
Most definitely. Also, to be honest with you, I don't think it's ever okay to have any funds being put somewhere that the people don't know about. I mean, they're I'm sorry. They're forgetting people like they're forgetting they're serving us, They're forgetting this is our money they're taking for these services that we're supposed to be okay with. So having a secret hidden fund is cool and all, but that's my money, buddy, so where to go?
Yeah, it's kind of like we're trying to find that $17 trillion investments that Donald Trump says that we've got from all of these other foreign countries that we're unsure about. Oh, Don, he didn't say he was 19. Just I don't remember how old you said you were again, but I know it was more than 19.
I just wrong. I'm 19. I was born in 2005.
How did you serve in the Marine Corps? And how
I
did you
served when I
already
was
get out of
seven.
it?
I served when I was 17. I got thrown out when I was in boot camp. I seen a lot of suicides just when I was in boot camp. They found out about some medical records I lied about.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Got it. Thanks for the clarification. Okay. Um,
Right.
Also, for somebody in the chat, just to be clear, veteran VA gets paid out separately. It's a continuing fund that will not be impacted by the government being shut down. For I think it was Kelly that said it in the comments. Thank you, Isaac. Okay. So, do you have any other questions?
Just I would like to know, are you first of all, I know you're not sure of what to believe, but I know that you believe that he's causing harm, he's telling lies, and he has no real good intentions, but maybe selfish intentions, right?
Completely selfish. Again, somebody that brags about having the ability to now fire or furlough government employees because the government's shutting down, that's not okay. And no one should be okay with that.
Okay. So, what is the what was the vision you had before Trump was elected? Because I know Democrats seen what happened with Biden, and everyone knew that was a misfire. I hate people talking about it because it's like, bro, everyone knows, like, you don't need to keep kicking them while they're down. You don't need to keep kicking a dead horse. It's already over. But
Thank you,
before,
Isaac,
were
for
you a
becoming a
Kamala
super fan.
supporter? Did you like Kamala
I voted for Kamala, correct.
for the lesser of two evils,
No,
or
giddy
because
up.
you liked her?
No, because she had a clear and concise economic policy that I could understand, agree with, and get behind. It was 82 pages, not including the titles. We can take out 10 pages. So it was about 72 pages of actual data, statistics, thoughts, ideas, well laid out economic policy plan. And I could understand it and get behind it. So I voted for the economic policy that she had. Donald Trump's entire plan, on the other hand, for his entire campaign, right, was just Agenda 47, 16 pages of a wish list that wasn't clear on how he was going to enact any of these changes, right? And if you actually take out just the title pages, right, he only had 12 pages of his bullet point wish list. Okay. And one of the ones that I actually didn't like, it was, what was it, page 16.2, talking about firing all of the woke left-wing Democrats from the military as soon as possible. So taking out about 30% of our military armed forces, because about 30% of our military armed forces as of 2022 are registered Democrats.
I imagine that's related to the trans issue from the few years back, or I don't even know if it was an issue. I
No,
think they were
woke
just
just
overinflating it.
is, nope, he considered people that also agreed with things like abortion to be woke, things like
So
DEI
that's
to
a
be
little
woke.
bit
He
that's a little
considered
bit
anybody that
fascistic.
supported that stuff to be woke.
Yeah, that's a little bit fascistic. Maybe he's talking about the military board because it's a little
No,
bit
we
like
we
you
know
can.
exactly what they meant with woke now. I don't know
Oh,
if you watched Pete Hegseth speak on September 29th, especially when it came to the military. He was very clear on what woke was, and it had nothing to do with transgendered individuals.
okay, all right. Well then, yeah, that's when the only time I could see that as understandable is if he was referring to the board that he deals with, because he's been putting his buddies in power so that he doesn't have pushback, which
Yeah.
I can understand if not condone, because like, yeah, you want people to agree with you, I guess, right? I guess.
I just want people to realize that we were woke in 1940s or 1942 after the attack on Pearl Harbor. The United States also
When
used
we
to be
dropped the atomic
anti-fascist.
bomb,
No, 1942.
was that not after the attack on Pearl Harbor?
That's what I said. Yeah, after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the atom bomb was in 1945.
Oh shit! I fully thought after Pearl Harbor it was like instant. Huh. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Italy had already stopped the war. Their part, Mussolini had been like, yeah, I'm done. Hitler had self-deleted. Sorry, you can't actually say the other word because TikTok is a sensitive child. And it was
Right.
we only dropped the atom bombs because
I thought Japan was still
Japan
going.
was still
Like,
going. That's why.
right, and that was wild. I mean,
Yeah, that's why we dropped the
people.
bombs.
I don't. How do you?
Did you even know that Japan invaded Alaska?
I didn't know Japan invaded Alaska. I knew that Japan was causing a lot of U.S. casualties, like United States casualties, and I've heard that as one of the biggest arguments that Japan had to go, or we had to keep losing millions of people. That's the argument I hear. That I'm like, okay, kind of, still killed a lot of innocent people.
No, it wasn't millions at that time, but I get it's cool. But yeah, no, I'm just letting you
Like,
know that so Abraham Lincoln was also woke when he freed
well,
the slaves, right, and fought for that. The civil rights movement, well, we should know that that's considered woke, right?
I think
Desegregation is also considered woke. Just so you
I think
know.
woke is a new term.
No, it's
Like
not.
woke is
It's
an old
actually
term.
it's not a new term. It's an old
Can I
term that's been around for a long time that
can
we
I say what I
took
think the
from.
word originated from?
Sure, what's up?
I believe it originated from the term, like, or not the term. I believe it originated from 60s or 70s Black America or
Yes,
Blackish
it
America,
did.
people that were on that side, and it
Mm-hmm.
was related to or not just political, but any injustice related to racism.
Nope, it wasn't just
You got to
racism. Sorry, Black America fought for more than just racism, or
well,
fought
they
against more
fought
than
for
just race.
equality,
Yeah, they fought for equality. They fought to end sexism as well.
and staying woke meant to be aware of these
Social
injustices.
injustices. Yeah. That's all it is. That's all it means, is to be aware of social injustices.
So the word's been misappropriated,
No, it's not.
and it
It's
means
still been
two things
correct.
now.
No, it still means to fight against social injustices, sir. Like, why
Yeah,
should
but I
we why
believe
should we target less than 1% of the entire population of the United States?
I believe
Why are we villainizing 1% of the population of the United States?
you're talking about transgender people,
Yep,
or
the
just
transgender community.
okay. I absolutely have no problem. Matter of fact, I think it's horrible. I think people need to respect what people want to be called and mind their own business. Besides that, because there's a lot of tough issues, but like really, you don't know what the fuck someone's going through. Stop acting like you know everything. So I
Yep,
don't think
but
you
then
should
we're
villainize,
also attacking or villainizing, is it 4% of the population as well?
and 4% is who?
The undocumented immigrants.
Okay. So, oh, we can get into that.
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to like dive into it. I'm just saying like we are also going after 4% of the United States population, right? There's 346 million American citizens, or 344 millions, right? And also, Ken gave us the exact answer of how many people died in World War II, and that was 405,000.
Okay, I would have predicted a few 100,000. I don't know why
No,
I
that
said
was
the
just for
millions.
United States. Yeah. But so like 344 million American citizens, and we go after potentially just 12 million, right? And we make them the enemy. Add in the transgender community that the Republican Party made a point of demonizing, that's another 13 million. Why are we targeting just over 4% of the entire United States and making them an enemy? This country used to be Antifa.
I believe all these, not all these things.
80 years ago, we were Antifa.
I believe all these righteous, beautiful causes that might make a man look at the sky and a tear drop from his eye have been twisted. Like Antifa, come on now, you're cracking people. They're showing up at rallies just spewing
No,
nonsense. They're,
what does Antifa stand for?
Antifa stands for anti-fascism.
Anti-fascist, correct. So what
Right,
was the entire reason that we fought against the Axis powers in World War II?
because the Axis powers were first of all fascistic, but wanted
They
to
were
take over the world.
fascists. So that's why I'm saying, like, The Antifa movement started a long time ago. A
Of
long time
course.
ago. It started, let's say it was the Black Panthers were also Antifa. The United
Well,
States as a whole, again, like I said, used to be Antifa. We used to literally be anti-fascist. That was the entire reason why we joined up with against the Axis powers, right? To fight a
but
whole
would you,
war against fascist dictators.
of course, would you
And then we
agree?
elected a wannabe fascist into office. And that's why he's so against Antifa. It's not a movement, sorry, it's a movement. That's all it is. It's not an organization unless you can tell me who the CEO is. According to who is it? Christy Nome said that we somehow arrested the girlfriend of Antifa, who would at this point be like 105 years old. So of the leader of Antifa or the founder. Yeah, Christy Nome said that we arrested the founder's girlfriend of Antifa.
Would you agree that there are
She
people
arrested a
that
dead
call
person,
themselves?
guys.
Yeah, that's. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds. Yeah, that's obviously they're just looking for reasons to call it an organization, but
Yeah,
it's not. It's a movement. You're right. But would you not
it's not
agree
an
that?
organization.
Would you not agree that there are people that are organizing for maybe not righteous
Yeah,
things anymore?
of course. Yeah, there are bad people in a group. That is true. Similar enough
Now I
that do you
sound
believe?
stupid.
Are you familiar with this one, ACAB? Have you heard that one before?
Yeah, I've heard ACAB. I actually know it. I have no idea like
You don't?
what
Do you
it
know what it
stands for.
means? So it stands for all cops are bad.
Right.
Do
Okay.
you agree with
That's
that?
I have heard that. No, I used to, when I was a little shit, when I was younger, I hated all cops, but
Okay. Well, so the same argument that the Republican Party or individuals such as yourself use against people saying all cops are bad is the same argument that we can apply to the movement of Antifa. There are some bad actors in every pot, right?
yeah, of course.
Okay. Cool. That's how it happens.
So, well, what about the woke stuff? Because I think,
There's nothing wrong with being woke.
of course, there's nothing wrong with being woke if you're truly woke. But I believe there's a portion of Americans that are they might be lied to by the media, but they're also so fed up with
Yes, they're
things
so
that
fed
they
up
have a
with
right to.
human rights. I understand.
I don't know about fed up with human rights, but people
They
have
are.
things they believe that people have things they believe are right,
Yes, in a mythical book that was written in a compilation of stories that doesn't really mean anything, right? So let's see. Most of them use their religion as a basis, and to be very clear, there's nothing within the Bible that clearly says that transgender people are bad or that homosexuality is bad. That's a misnomer and also a complete misunderstanding and a misinterpretation and a mistranslation of the Bible as we know it today because the Bible has been modified multiple times. And so if we actually go to the basis of the actual translation, the original words, the Aramaic and the original Hebrew and everything, these things are not denigrated in the Bible. Similar enough how abortion's not mentioned in the Bible as a bad thing, nor does it equivocate it to murder, for example. So all of these things that people use their religion for are incorrect in a lot of different ways. So,
100%, not only Christianity, but obviously other religions too.
I know some other
Yeah.
religions actually go against it, so that I can't say. But listen, dude, I gotta let you go because I got to get on with my Sunday.
Okay.
All right, man.
I had a
Yeah,
great talk.
yeah.
I don't know that you changed my mind, but you definitely informed me on things, and you will have changed my mind if by the end of the shutdown we see all kinds of horrors.
Okay.
Um,
And also pay
so
attention to what happens after October 1st, 2026, when people start losing access to their healthcare. But you have a
I
good
will
Sunday,
make sure.
dude.
You too. I
All right.
hope nobody crazy comes back. All right, bye.
Bye. Okay, Donnie, guys, all of you haters in the chat, I'll get back to you in just a second. Hold on. I'm going to mute TikTok for a second. Don't go anywhere. While you're muted, tap that screen up. 10,000 likes. Let's go. You can do it. YouTube, Twitch, thank you guys so much for being here. I am going to go ahead and end. Thank you for all of the new memberships. Thank you for all of the new subscribers. Thank you, Ash, for becoming a subscriber and sending out subscriptions as well over on Twitch. Thank you, Feisty, for sending out memberships over on YouTube. I appreciate you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Y'all have a good rest of your Sunday and support your teams. If you watch football, I'm going to go watch in a second, but hey.